Hey everyone, welcome to Tuesday's edition of Quarantodd's Fungus and Fermentation. Tonight we will be doing a very quick look at the mushrooms, check on the mushrooms. It may be our very last check of the mushrooms, so kind of sad, but we will see on that. And then we'll be tasting a beer. How's everyone doing, handling the quarantine? Kelsey and Aiden got back to school today, electronically at least. It was good. At least Netflix and Disney Plus were on about 45 minutes less in the house today. So that was actually a really good thing. Big shout out to everyone who is still out there working on the front lines, healthcare workers, retail workers. Everybody stay safe, stay healthy. Everybody's quarantining. Hope everyone is doing well. And with that, we will move on to the mushrooms. So here we go. There's a side view so you guys can see how big they really are. I mean, they're bursting out of this thing. I actually tore this open so they had a little more room to grow. And there's the front view. Now, what you can see here is that these guys are starting to turn convex versus concave. And that's a sign that they're actually ready to be picked. And if you let them go much farther than this, they'll start to get dry and tough. You know, and we don't want to ruin Quarantodd's mushroom dinner, so you know we can't do that. So I'm thinking tomorrow we'll see how much time I have, depending on work, but I'm going to probably try to pick them and cook them tomorrow evening. I've actually been looking at recipes, and I think what I'm going to go with, and I'll definitely take pictures when I do it, but like a stir-fry noodle thing, Asian stir-fry noodle thing. So really looking forward to that. We'll see. Hopefully I have time tomorrow evening to do that. I will take pictures and get them out to everyone with tomorrow's broadcast. So with that, we will do it's spritzing time. We do have to do spritzing time one more time to make sure we keep these nice and moist. That one was for Steve. So actually, I thought spritzing music kind of appropriate for a couple reasons. One, college music. Two, it's kind of what we're all thinking right now. And then we're gonna pick the mushrooms, so really they will be closer to free. So I thought I'd bring in the Bodines for the last of this version of spritzing music. All right. Now, apparently, after you pick them, you can try to grow them again. And it's not guaranteed, but sometimes it works. So that's what we are going to try to do, is I'm going to see what we have to do to get the everything ready again, and we'll see if we can try to grow them again. And if not, we'll figure out some other stupid shenanigan to do on a daily basis. So, all right, that's it for the mushrooms. One last look at the mushrooms because they may not be here tomorrow. All right, so now for beer time. I was corrected by my Aunt Janice that this is really more like a goblet. I think I called it a chalice last night. So for the sake of Aunt Janice, shout out, we'll be calling this our Pabst goblet from this point forward. So tonight I'm going to do, we're going back to Minnesota. This is Surly Extra Citra Pale Ale. I've not had this. I've had a few other things from Surly. Surly actually has a beer that I really like, and it just happens to be called Surly Todd the Axeman, which I kind of think of myself that way too. So, but really good. The other thing I was reminded of, as this is Citra, so there is a fruit aspect to this. Longtime viewer Mike, who just happens to be my brother, recommended that I talk about the time I tried to brew a fruit beer. And this is about 1997 when fruit beers first started coming on the market. And I was starting to brew my own beer, which I don't do anymore because it's a lot of work. And I added a lot of fruit concentrate to the beer. And what happens is the sugar mixes with the yeast to cause carbonation. So about 3 or 4 days after I bottled it, I heard what sounded like a gunshot in the basement. Went down there to find that a bottle had simply exploded due to the overcarbonation. Over the next 2 or 3 days, basically there were gunshots going off every couple days. Finally, I walked out of the house. I grabbed one because I wanted to try it. I walked out of the house kind of like this, scared for my life, opened it. There was a tower about this high, and there was about that much beer left in the bottle. And I tried it, and it was really good. So that was that was a lot of work for a sip of beer and a lot of broken glass. So with that, we will go to Surly Extra Citra Ale. You'll see how this is in my goblet. Definitely smell the citrus, like some grapefruit. Actually a little sour, which is kind of good. Not terribly hoppy at all, little hops. But a nice sour citrus note, but not overly fruity. So actually really good. I definitely would recommend this one. Definitely recommend it in a Pabst goblet too. So give this one a 4 out of 5. I know I haven't been rating stuff lately, so we'll say 4 out of 5 on this one. Maybe 4.5, because I definitely would do this one again. All right, that's it. Join us tomorrow. We may have the cooking edition, and then we will figure out what shenanigans will keep us going through all the quarantine. Hope everyone's staying well. Hope everyone's happy, healthy, and is spending some time with family. So have a great night, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.